How's it going, people? Welcome back to my channel. Obviously most of my subscribers have probably already heard about the We Care Do You campaign. I done a video on it yesterday. What it basically is a group of Arsenal supporters, a group of influencers, a group of forums with a larger following have grouped together and wrote a letter to Stan Kroenke, Josh Kroenke, Kroenke Sports Enterprise, whatever it is, and basically calling them out on how Arsenal have fallen off as a football club and as a business in recent years, because we're soon to announce an operating loss for the past year. So it asked about the Super League, it asked about various different subjects, and the hashtag was, as mentioned before, We Care Do You. It's only been a day and Josh Kroenke, the son of Stan, someone heavily involved, has come out and wrote an open letter, or whatever some people want to call it. It is what it is. Someone's typed it out for him, and let's see what he has to say. But before we actually see what he has to say, he's also got an interview on Arsenal.com. I might as well do that first, and just because it's here ready now, so I'm going to play it. This is the first time I'm listening to the interview on Arsenal.com. 6 minutes long, so let's see what he has to say.
So in Denver for the first time ever, how good does that make you feel?
How good does it make me feel? I mean, it's incredibly exciting. We've been working on doing an event like this for a few years now, and to finally have it coming to fruition is a wonderful
How about you
thing.
work on winning the fucking league, or improving the squad?
Staff this morning, I could see the excitement on their faces, and I know as an organization we're really excited to be
working on this event for a few
Let's
years.
talk about your
Is this
role
what it takes you to do in a few years?
I'd clarify, I mean, I'm the vice chairman of Kroenke Sports and Entertainment. And Kroenke Sports and Entertainment is the owner, I guess, as you would call it, of Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, we know.
I would not call us an owner. I would say that we're custodians of the club. I think that
Custodians.
in an ownership position, you have to be cognizant of the values and traditions of the club, and want to be custodians of those as we move forward.
Values and traditions of the club. I'm tired of hearing stuff like that from these people. They don't know the values and traditions.
Whenever my father speaks, he speaks on behalf of our family and myself. So we're really excited to be involved with the club and continue to drive it forward.
When it comes to sports, what are your values, Josh? What do you stand for?
I think that sport in its own stands for competition. It stands for respect.
We don't compete, we're not respected.
That can be attributed throughout the rest of your life. Teamwork.
We haven't been a team in a while. We haven't been honourable. We have no integrity.
There's a lot of things that happen in the ebbs and flows of professional sports, but nothing takes away or equals the feeling of winning.
And of course, that ties into your ambition for the club. Where do you want this club to be?
I mean, our ambitions are silverware. Silverware and trophies.
Silverware and trophies.
I think that anything short of that is not a success. There's certain
Notice
things
how these
that
questions
you have
are
to
well
do to lay
structured for him
foundations
to
to
answer.
achieve those goals, and I think that we've done that over the past 12 to 14 months. From our coaching staff to our management, there have been significant changes that have gone on, and I'm really excited that to let those foundations continue to grow and take shape to build a successful future for Arsenal.
And the club has changed, of course, in the last 14 months. You brought some key people back in.
Yes, starting down at our academy, I think you have Per Mertesacker, and then most recently we appointed Edu. We had a technical director for the first time in Arsenal's history. And not only that, we have a man who has Arsenal DNA. We have an invincible. And I think that the mentality that he brings back to the club is of the utmost importance, because he understands exactly what it takes to win, and not only do that, but to win at the highest level. And I think it requires a certain amount of work and a mentality to get there.
You talk about winning. The Premier League, as you know, is so competitive, perhaps more so than it's ever been. How do we win?
It's a daily approach. There are no shortcuts.
You don't know what to say. It's a daily approach. What the hell are you talking about, bro? What's the plan, bro? It's a daily approach.
We know that we have to get to work on that. And that's a daily approach to the little things.
He is talking
top
rubbish.
Of the staff,
it's a daily approach.
Myself on down. We understand.
Tell us the plan, man. We don't want to know what you're doing day to day. We want to know the plan so we can judge you on that plan. Because right now we've got fuck all to judge you on, and that's why you're getting all these groups coming together.
Last season, so many positives. We came so close and just about fell short.
Up until the last few weeks of the Premier League, we were tracking for one of those Champions League places, and then to travel all the way to Baku to ultimately fall short of our goal of winning a trophy last year. And not only that, winning the Europa League, which would have been our first European trophy in quite a long time at our club.
Yeah.
It was
club.
very hard.
Not yours,
I was there. I was there on the pitch with our players, with our staff. I was there on the podium handing out our second place medals after the match. I could see the frustration. I could see the despair. And I felt that. I understand that.
You don't understand it.
In the moment with them.
You don't understand it.
And
Trust me,
coming
you don't
out of that,
understand it.
I'm proud to say that I think there's a true resolve behind the scenes to never feel that again at
a true resolve. Do you know how many years I felt like this as a fan?
It's going to be a lot of
true
hard
resolve
work
not to feel like that again.
To understand the mentality.
Yeah, we are going to feel like that again, the way you lot are running this club.
Not everybody might be
Invincibles
ready
again.
for that type of work that lies ahead. And so we're going to be talking, communicating, and having honest dialogue about how we're going to go about our process to achieve those ultimate goals of winning that silverware that we know we need.
There is skepticism out there. What do you say to those skeptics and to all of our fans?
Line it up.
To all of our fans, I say thank you. Without their support, we wouldn't have a club.
Mugging it, man. Without their support,
we need their support.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a business.
To be able to go out and do what we do. I think that there's always going to be challenges in everything that we do as a club, whether we're having the ultimate success on the pitch or we're not. But we need to understand that we are a group together and we all have the same interests. And we're really excited about the challenges that lie ahead. We're not going to shy away from them.
Mate?
And we're excited to one day look back and point to these moments where this group came together as the start of something special.
We're right in the middle of a transfer window, of course. The fans are hoping for signings.
Yeah, so what are you saying?
I would say that, be excited. I think
be excited.
There's a few things that
he would say be excited.
A few things we hopefully have on the doorstep. Nothing's ever a done deal until it's a done deal, obviously.
Now get the deal
we
done.
We have key areas we want to address in our squad, both now and help us in the future. And I think that our entire football operations staff has a great grasp on that, and I've encouraged them to be as aggressive as possible.
And as you know, Josh, there's a famous motto at Arsenal, victory through harmony. What does that motto mean to you?
It can mean a lot of different things.
That motto means nothing to you, mate. It means nothing. It means choo-choo the money fucking train.
Top to bottom, where everyone is pursuing the exact same goal. They might have different ideas about how we go about getting there, but that means we're having honest and open dialogue about our own thoughts and creating a harmony in the back office, on the coaching staff, and leading down to the pitch, where everybody's pulling in the same direction and they know exactly what we're trying to accomplish and when.
Bullshit about harmony. Please the fans, and then you might start seeing harmony from bottom up, until you start doing things in line with what the fans are asking. As long as you start giving the fans some hope and ambition, that's when you'll start seeing harmony, mate. Let me just pull up this letter to the Arsenal supporter groups and fans and Gooners worldwide. It says, I'd like to start by clarifying that my family owns Arsenal together, and when it comes to the club, my father and I are in constant dialogue. So when you hear from him, you're hearing from me and the other way around. So I pen this on behalf of myself, my father, my family, and Kroenke Sports Entertainment. So listen, he's just made himself the target as well. I'm not switching from Stan. Josh, you're just part of it now. So it's the Kroenkes out, whatever it is, you don't need to go, man. Father, son, wife, like enterprise, entertainment, I don't care what it is. All together you can go, man, because enough is enough. But that was just the first bit. Let me quickly whiz through this. We know we have some of the most passionate fans in any sport anywhere in the world. Yeah, you know that because you're just leeching money off us. It's part of what makes us such a special and unique club. And while we understand, appreciate and agree with concerns about our club failing to achieve our goal of qualifying for the Champions League, we respectfully disagree about our club being at a crossroads, and that things need to change because so much change has recently occurred. The change is not coming fast enough. This guy doesn't understand. Already you can tell this. That interview on Arsenal.com, I don't take any interview on Arsenal.com seriously because they're just feeding you the shit they want to feed you. They're not feeding you the truth. They don't want to tell you the truth. So they're just going to feed you. And that interview with him, bullshit. Now this letter, you can see, how can we not be at a crossroads? Listen, we've been at a crossroads for 10 years. We don't know what the hell we're doing. Selling players for cheap, like getting rid of our best players. Then going from a club not spending over 100k on a player to a club that's spending outrageous money on average players. Then we never used to keep hold of 30-plus-year-olds. Now we're arresting Laurent Koscielny. Like, it's all mad. But let me continue, man. Over the past year, we've turned the page from our traditional model of football operations that include a manager and CEO to a new chapter of Arsenal Football Club that is led by a head of football and managing director. Since their appointments and that of Unai Emery as our head coach, we have continued working to develop a modern infrastructure designed to move us forward. I'm just going to whiz through this, man. This will take time to play out, but this was always going to be the case after such a long period of time operating under a different model. For us, the most important thing to achieve was not simply change for the sake of change, but to ensure we have the right people in the right roles to work together in a positive environment to achieve our goal of winning silverware both domestically and in Europe. Have we been any further off winning silverware domestically or in Europe? Have we been any further off? Josh, Stan, whoever. What kind of letter is this, man? Completely ignoring the main focal points of our letter as fans. We know this can bring uncertainty, and perhaps everything we've done in the past 12 to 14 months have brought about additional uncertainty during a period of unease when supporters, coaches, players and management are rightfully frustrated by the lack of success on the pitch. Included players in that, possibly Laurent Koscielny. With all the work we've done on the structure of football, commercial and operational departments, we would say that the club now needs a period of stability rather than a stability, transition. I'm fucking tired of these words, man. Stability, listen, bro, there's no time. Whatever you're trying to get here, there's no time for you. Do it ASAP. Stability, a time of what? A time of stability, a period. Get out of here. We want to be clear, we are in sports for one reason and one reason only, to win. Yeah, cool. There is simply no better feeling. How many of all these clubs, how many of them won under their ownership so far? How many of them have actually won? Because I don't know, innit? I'm just asking in the comments. Someone let me know. There's no better feeling in sport than winning at the highest level. We know there is a lot of hard work ahead and understand that the supporters want success now. We will continue to push forward, trying to balance the short and long-term vision without abandoning the core principles of the club that have sustained us for the past 133 years. Mate, do you think this is an open letter from you about 133 years? You don't know that. This guy's got a right of doing this, man. Like, I know people are gassed at it's a response, and yeah, it's good that we have forced a response, but it's too generic. It's too generic. Be excited, that interview. How dare we say be excited? Excite us, for fuck's sake. Be excited. We believe that in professional sport, you are as only good as your last match. Goes on. Unfortunately, the last 45 minutes were not our best. I was in Baku for the final. I was on the pitch representing our club as the second place medals were passed out. I saw and felt the same frustration visible on the face of every fan, player, staff. The most important thing I saw in the moment was how much people care. You should have known people care already, mate. Like, what, is it taking you to go see us losing a final for you to say people... No, bruv, get out of here, man. On one hand, he knows about Arsenal, he loves, he's got passion for them, and now he's just saying, oh, I could see how much they care. You should know. And a resolve to face the failure and work even harder. A resolve. I'm tired of hearing that. Bounce back from the late season collapse. How many times have we heard that under Wenger? Oh, we're going to bounce back, we're going to bounce back. And them seasons where we ended the season strong, be like, yeah, we'll continue on to the next season. We don't need to sign much players. It was always something or another. And now under Emery, it's another like whole heap of bullshit. As Raul said in our recent announcement regarding the appointment of Edu as the first technical director in Arsenal history, yeah, calm down, bro. Just speak properly about the point. Stop expanding this whole paragraph with your Arsenal history, 133 years and all this. We just want the real. That's what we want from you. Edu represents the final piece of a jigsaw. We've heard that already, mate. He's first and foremost an Arsenal man. Yes, we know that. You don't need to tell us. Understands the ethos of our club. Do you understand the ethos of our club? Does Edu understand our ethos, your ethos? Which one is it? Because it's very different. As an invincible, yep, you chuck that in there again. You like doing that. For fuck's sake, if that's such a big thing to you, then go out and get some more, because we could do with a lot more help. Look at what Overmars was saying the other day. I don't know how true that is either, but he was saying Ziyech's better than Ozil. If it was him, he would go out and get Ziyech and sell Ozil. Calm. Go out and get people with sense like that. Hopefully Ljungberg comes in and does something, man. Because Ljungberg's an OG. Edu as well, yeah, hope so. Hope these lot don't get tainted by this era, I'm telling you, because who knew that everything would change for Wenger? Because he done the most for our club. Forget all these players for a second. It ended on a sour note for him. It flipped the script for me. I have a very different feeling towards Wenger than I did in the first 10 years. So it can happen to anyone. If it happened to him, it can happen to any of these players. I'm not going to lie to you. We're not naive in our thinking that our ambitions can be achieved overnight. And are putting processes in place to ensure we are stocked not only with talent, but talent with the proper mentality. Yes, cool, we've heard that before. World-class talent, whatever. Just do it. We know we have a job to do and we will attack it daily. Our club has a beautiful history full of honour class, trophies, commitment to the community and player development in which we all take immense pride. Bro, answer the questions that they asked you. Answer the questions that they asked you. This generic shit is not going to work. It's not going to work. We also must be aggressive and creative in the modern day transfer market to push what's possible both on the pitch and how it's evaluated in the pursuit of the biggest trophies in English and European football. The biggest, yeah? Not the FA Cup and not the Europa League. Because with all due respect to them, and I'd love to win them again. Well, the Europa League and for once and the FA Cup, cool, but that's not what we left Highbury for. We was much closer then. We didn't leave Highbury for that, let's be honest. And that is the main thing. Like, people think Arsenal fans are up themselves and on their high horses, but we were sold a dream. People like myself realised it a lot sooner than others. The majority didn't realise it till the last couple of years, hence why we've gone so far since. It's been a long time. And this has been a long time coming. But let's round this off. As for our supporters, we say thank you. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for being the lifeblood of our great club. Yada, yada, yada. There'll be both victories and defeats in our future together. And we thank you for your continued support through both competitive. So he still hasn't done a plan forward to create a new proud history of Arsenal Football Club. Victoria Concordia Crescent is our club's famous motto and one that we all hold dear to our hearts. May North London forever be red. You absolute wanker. May North London forever be red. Make sure it's red. It's in your fucking hands, mate. May. Because the way it's been going, listen, it's definitely not changed. London for the last 10 years has been blue because Chelsea have been winning the biggest things for the last 10 years. But in terms of North London, Tottenham have been on top for 3 years, and I hate to say it, but they are better than us. I don't know about North London being white, but they are better than us. This guy can change it by saying, may North London forever be ready. I think he's taking the piss again. I think he's taking the piss. And we'll see, because people are saying, listen, he said be excited about the last few weeks. So it's up to you if you want to be excited. If you want to be excited, be excited. I'm evidently not going to be excited about it. I'll wait and see. And if they buy the players that excite me, you'll see me come out with videos excited, because that's what you do when you're excited, isn't it? You can't act up on excitement. Like if you sign a player that's worth me getting excited about, Arsenal fans in general getting excited about, and real football fans getting excited about, then so be it. You'll see me excited. But until then, Josh, this is all words. It was all generic to me. And we're going to push on. I'm going to push on. I'm definitely going to push on. That hasn't deterred me one bit. It's kind of fired me up a bit more, because now he said be excited. I don't think they're going to do anything exciting in the last 3 weeks. So more fans will be turned, because it's them that are saying give him a chance, give them a chance. More fans are going to be turned. So yeah, people, let me know in the comments below what you think. This has been quite a long video, but it is what it is. It's quite a deep subject for Arsenal fans at the moment. And let me know in the video below, in the comments below, like, because I did read some other quotes from him, and I tweeted it, maybe a bit prematurely, but I said something about it's not the fans' job to worry about spending, it's the fans' job to come and cheer every week. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm going to delve further into that, because if that's true, that's a whole next thing. Like, he's completely disrespecting. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, because to him, the match-going fans are probably the smallest entity, and match day revenue. It does accumulate a lot of money, but there was that report that said they'd make profit even without a fan there. So it is what it is. We've got a long road ahead of us. Let's see how it goes, people. Let's see how it goes.